And we're live. Greetings and salutations. I'm Moonthoph Neverborn, The-Abyss-That-Slumbers, and you are listening to Eldritch Rants, the show that dares to ask the question, what the hell is multidimensional partner abuse anyways? And the answer to this question and many more will be answered by our panel of experts, which is Jacob and Freddie von Bunstink. I'm skipping the usual BS because I did prepare a lot today. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Well, we got the usual round robin of weird topics today. I wanted to start off with one in particular, but do you guys want to talk about anything before we got going?
No.
All righty, let's dive right into this. By the way, I'm thinking of making this my new mascot. I like this screaming guy. Pornography and infidelity abuse to your spouse. Basically, this is a big, long article from some doctor in Beverly Hills, California, of course. Dr. Omar Minwala, who's trying to convince you that all women are victims and all men are evil. So, dear God in heaven. You know, it's stuff like this that makes me really hate psychotherapy, because while it was groundbreaking at the time, it has proven to be just disastrous in the hands of amateurs.
You mean just manipulated, like, however anyone wants?
Yep. I mean,
Yeah,
I
pretty
think
much.
initially Freud might have had some good intentions, but man.
I'm thinking,
Anyway.
I'm thinking about going down the hardware store and seeing if they've got a giant sign that says "No girls allowed" and I put it on the front door.
It's getting there.
Yep.
But anyway, let's dive into this word salad here. Dr. Minwala developed a model of treating and diagnosing those that possess these patterns he frequently observes. This model is called compulsive abusive sexual relational disorder, or CASRD. In other words, it's a big pile of words that try to make you sound like, hey, I know what the hell I'm talking about. He explains the meaning of this model by stating it is meant to be a diagnostic term that expands beyond the traditional definitions of sex addiction. In other words, it's bullshit. The compulsive part refers to the sexual behavior part. The abusive refers to the patterns of relation abuse and integrity problems. What? The term sexual relation is specifying exactly what we are talking about, which is sexual and relational behavior. That's a tautology if I ever saw one. A is B, therefore B is A. This term is very clear. No, it's not, and spells out exactly the two parts of the problem, the sexual and abuse parts. Is it abusive to a spouse to use pornography in private? By the way, I'm going to stop right here and just mention everything in this article is about men abusing women. There's I listened to that entire audio recording.
All right, then we can just skip everything else and just get on to ranting about it.
Yeah, no, there's a few specific points that I want to bring up here. Let's see. I talked to people who've been adding the label abuse to this situation is going too far. Yes, it is, because this is an abuse. According to this guy here, viewing porn, if the other person doesn't even know about it, is abuse. Okay? So if you're a woman, you're being abused even if you don't know it. All right. The part that really gets me is I'm trying to find it. Here it is. If this material is helpful to you and you have financial means, please make a recurring monthly donation. We suggest $10. In other words, this is an attempt to make women a victim and then bleed them for money by creating them this illusion that they are always the victims. One professional recently said that a very dangerous philosophy is spread around that the women in these situations are merely victims. No. If you're a victim, you're something more. You're super victim. But unless you view someone who is a victim of abuse, then you are not able to get to the root of the trauma. It is never their fault.
Of course.
So, if you're a woman and you believe in this transcript of steaming pile of psychoanalysis, you are never at fault. This is carte blanche to be free of all responsibility. Oh, dear God in heaven. He's a sexologist, by the way, which is more of a made-up term. I'd actually go to a psychologist before a sexologist. But I mean, I really am just going to circle the drain here, going over this over and over here. But if you're somebody who actually believes any of this crap, get help. Okay, because this is designed. I mean, I do understand the whole if your spouse is cheating on you, it's bad, but they don't actually get around to the whole he's cheating on you. Okay, they kind of include it and they say, oh, if he's lying and cheating are abusive. Well, of course, someone's lying to you. That's kind of abuse. And if they're cheating on you, that means they're lying to you. Sure. And I'm against lying in all of its forms. Great. But they really don't dwell on it. It's the pornography that they focus on. And it's always the man, always his fault. And the thing I want to point out is if you flip the script on this, every woman who reads a romance novel is abusing their husband. Every woman who read 50 Shades of Grey, according to this, is abusing their husband. I would expect this kind of article from a Puritan if it focused on both genders. But since it's only on men, it's typical social justice warrior bullshit. And God help anybody who actually believes this crap, because this will destroy your ability to have a relationship with another human being.
You mean like most millennials?
Pretty much, yeah. It's justification for being a victim. It really is.
Being a bitch.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like it how women say that men who watch porn are losers, and then they'll go and read some books that, like, there was one that I'd seen, one passage in it, where there was this young Sheila getting boinked by a black fella, and she was thinking, like, you know, as she's getting poked by this fella, she was thinking about how big this bloke's doodle was, and then she was imagining it and comparing it to like a horse, imagining it was this horse that she rode, and fucking she was fantasizing about rooting the horse. And then they want to say me watching some Sheila fucking, you know, boinking and getting fisted by a midget's fucking weird.
Yeah, pretty much. Abuse comes in many forms. Because it comes in many forms, you're a victim. Just because you don't even know you're being abused. Jesus Christ. And nothing down here is negative. Okay? I've submitted comments and, oh, wow, look, none of my comments are here. Wow, gee, nothing that I commented is being posted. Yeah. This is clearly a scam. I don't know if it's an attempt to create a cult or they just want to, like, get donations, but it's wrong. Anyway.
Did the cunts bring out a book?
Yeah, women are blameless, men are to blame. That's the story. Moving on.
Yep.
Student paper sex columnist advocates decolonizing your pussy. I'll sum this up for you. Titled Decolonizing Pussy, the author says she loves fucking men of color because she digs the shared experiences, and I need to close that window. Give me 2 seconds here.
Now, ladies, get that spatula out and scrape out those assorted creams.
Christ, crotch. Engine explode or something?
Did anybody? No, that's not pus. That's a colony.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of decolonizing a pussy, I think of, some sort of infection that you need to take a lot of antibiotics for, or there's a cream that you can apply. But this is actually just a white woman who wants to screw black men and reduce them to sexual objects of her pleasure. And I love this line. I'm going to highlight it right here. I could really feel 400 years of oppression and anger in every pelvic thrust.
Hang on a tick. What's this? What's this?
What is that?
That's this woman running for the bus.
Oh, God. Pretty much.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, if she's into anal, what sound does she make when she's lying face down in the nude on a beach on a windy day?
What? I like this little
man.
line here. I met this other guy on Tinder, and after fucking for a month, he tells me we shouldn't see each other anymore because he got a sign from Allah. That's a pretty good sign because I'm pretty sure Allah said, dude, you banking a whore. You really, I'm serious. That you are going to get something, okay? I normally don't talk to people, but I got to come down and save your ass, okay?
Dude. But this is Allah. This is Allah. Dude, she's colonized her cock. She's got so much jizz in there, you may as well be sucking, like you may as well be sticking your dick in a bloke's mouth.
Okay, come on. Seriously. Oh,
Hey, she's got a box of assorted creams.
One can only assume, but just the fact that something like this exists is. Well, it's only could possibly happen in college. I don't even want to go into these other articles here because the more I look at them from this place, the more I want to just slash a wrist here. But let's get on to something a bit more humorous here. Although, Chinese city to launch artificial moon bright enough to replace streetlights. Yes, that's right. Chengdu, China has revealed plans to launch an artificial moon satellite that'll be 8 times as bright as the real moon and capable of replacing additional streetlights. I know what the plan is, and let me sum it up for you. They're going to send up a big, huge mirror that reflects the sun, and it's going to be pretty close to Earth orbit, maybe 100, 200 miles up. And yeah, it'll work. Only one problem here. We've already supposedly got a global warming problem. Do you really think reflecting more sunlight onto the planet's a good idea?
Yes.
Their emissions say that.
I'm just saying that maybe it'll cut down on overall energy expenditure because you won't need streetlights as much, but wow.
They might be thinking ahead for the future because with all of their bloody emissions, they might need to focus some more sunshine down during the daytime to get through the smog.
Yeah, that's true. They might be thinking long term here, saying, what? When we've coated the entire, continent of Asia in a smog, we might need some extra sunlight to get those plants growing.
Yeah, we need some giant fog lights up there.
No, it'll probably break as soon as it gets up there.
Oh no, this is the beginning of some sort of sci-fi channel horror movie of the week, okay? Where it starts shining, like it accidentally warps and focuses the sunlight into a giant laser beam and starts melting people and just starts crisscrossing the planet, or it's gonna crash on somebody. This is bad sci-fi horror movie shit right here.
No, Jacob, it might be cheap, but you know for a fact that it's as cheap as chips, and there's about 1,000 of them sitting in a warehouse somewhere for $1.50.
Yeah, they're going to build this out of slave labor and then launch it into space. But you know what? Power to them. I hope they pull it off. I really do.
Don't worry. It lasts 5 minutes. You'll buy another one. It's okay. Very cheap. Very cheap.
we just keep launching them into. We have like 100 up there, and they last about 2 days. But it's okay. It's like $50 to send the next one.
Oh no! Look, it's too cheap. We just get 30 people together. We get them to stand on each other's shoulder. We just pass the fucker up. No worry.
We got enough people in China to do that. Of course.
Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? That cost a lot of money. I treat your people. No, we don't pay them. No. They're all parishioner.
Oh dear God in heaven. Any thoughts before moving on?
Yeah. What did they do? Why they all prisoner? What they do? Oh, we just make some shit up.
This really sounds like a massive scam to me. Like this sounds like a way of like just leeching lots of money and then disappearing. But hey, power to them. I hope they manage to pull off to make a giant artificial moon. That would be awesome.
I'd laugh if they took it seriously and it was actually like a giant light bulb in the shape of a bum crack. Or someone hanging a moon.
Oh, that would be even funnier. If they could make it look like a giant butt. And then they could have it float over other countries.
You know what would be even funnier? If it wasn't lost in translation, they fucking did it on purpose just for a massive laugh. Oh, look at this, everybody. Oh, we're fucking funny. Oh,
I would give them a slow clap.
We hang a moon.
If they had a giant butt mooning the world, orbiting at 200 miles up, zooming by every 2 hours, just This is me just clapping, just like, you go, China. You go. You truly have shown us up, because that's the kind of shit we would have done.
They are literally
50 years ago.
Yeah, they are literally hanging a moon.
At any rate, a bit more serious topic here. We're talking about the discrimination against Asians, because they are not getting into Harvard anymore because they're too smart and the wrong racial group.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, just after I do the fucking impression of them. Oh, you're.
I won't blame them for not going to Harvard. It's pretty much shit.
Well,
yeah,
funny.
I mean, you're lucky not going to Harvard. Yeah, that's true. But
isn't it such an insanely small percent, but they're an insanely high percent of the achieving?
Oh yeah, they fell to 3.6 percentage points of acceptance, even though they're like they're huge. Like they would push out everybody else.
Yep.
Like if it was truly a meritocracy, there'd be nobody but Asians at Harvard.
Yeah, if you look at the list, it's like fucking, the going just the first place at the top of the list of each subject is like history, who flung dung, science, who flung dung, maths, who flung dung, ethics, who flung dung, law, who flung dung, fucking bloody.
Hey, they try harder. I'm all for meritocracy, and if they can do the job better than us, then you know what? It's either we should step up our game, not drag them down, and that's what Harvard does. Harvard drags down everybody else in order to lift up the lowest. No, or to fall behind, and more than willing to deal with that. Of course, I'm a Jew, so we're better than everybody else, but that's besides the point.
I believe in letting someone who's better at a task perform that task. If they can do that better and more efficiently and all this kind of stuff, then yeah. And
then if that's all Asians, great. I don't care. I really don't, because I wasn't going to go to Harvard anyways.
Well, we have this thing in fucking boot camp in Australia, or Kapuka and Puckapunyal, is that like in your section, you find out who's the dude who can iron. So he'll iron the section's uniforms, and who can polish the boots best, so he'll do that. Who can cook, so he'll do that for the section. And the way that you'd pay the bloke back for ironing your shirt is like, say, you can cook, so you'd cook the section, so you'd get a feed out of you. That's the way that usually works, because, well, why have shitty boots and have the section get into trouble when someone who's competent at it can do that, and then the person who can do the boots probably couldn't cook for his fucking life. Give him a fucking decent feed, and he gets nice shiny boots, and no cunt gets into trouble. I'm a full-on believer of that. I fucking hate maths. Absolutely detest it. I hate it with a thermonuclear passion. If the Asians want to do it, fucking let them.
Yeah. No, I'm all for meritocracy, even if that marginalizes my so-called people. Because if we had the best doing everything they were best at, the rest of us will do better overall. But moving on here, here's somebody that probably should be down in Australia. Man rescued from Arizona mine, lucky to survive fall and snakes. An Arizona man who fell into the bottom of an old abandoned gold mine shaft, broke both his legs, fought off 3 rattlesnakes, and went 2 days without food or water before a friend heard his cries for help and was rescued.
You pissy fag, you bloody 3 rattlesnakes, and he still survived. He fell.
No, I'm saying he qualifies for base level survival in Australia.
If he fell down a bloody mine down here and only 1 snake came along, he'd be fucked.
Well, I think he's got what it takes to not fall down another mine shaft, because, he's got 2 broken legs. But let's see there. But I just thought that was interesting. Like, that's a badass man. Like, you are.
No, that looks like a skit from fucking like a Lethal Weapon movie or something like that. Like he's wheeling himself over to a mine. He's like, "Look at this, honey," and he's like looking away as he's wheeling over and misjudges how far he's got to go, and he hits the side of this bloody mine shaft or something like that, and flips out of the wheelchair down the mine. He's like, "Ah!"
Well, if it was a lethal weapon, the wheelchair would explode.
Well, yeah, loaded gun, yeah, lethal weapon. Yeah, not lethal weapon. Hang on.
Loaded gun, gotcha. Oh, come on. I don't want to. Fine, whatever. Shut up. Man, 72, killed by a group of aggressive rogue monkeys. There's non-rogue monkeys throwing bricks at him from a tree. in India, of course. But yeah, a bunch of monkeys were in a tree, decided, hey, let's throw bricks at this guy. And he was pronounced dead at the hospital. Yeah, so monkeys, they look cute, but they want to kill you.
But they're bastards.
Oh yeah, they're evil. This is how they rise up. They're gonna first it's bricks, then they're gonna get on Twitter, and before you know it, Rhesus macaques are gonna be just taking over the world.
And some fucking idiot in America is going to teach one over there, and they're going to get AR-15s, and then we're all screwed.
Pretty much,
damn
yeah.
dirty apes! Damn you all to hell!
Unfortunately, they see revered monkeys as a manifestation of the monkey god Hununan, and often feed him banana and peanuts. So they get kind of uppity, and they say, "Hey, you didn't bring bananas and peanuts. We're going to kill you with bricks." Damn monkeys.
Well,
This is the face of evil. Right here. On evil.
One thing I can say is at least they can't swim, because then if they get in contact with the dolphins, we're all fucked.
Oh, yeah. The dolphins will ferry them all over the world, and they will rise up.
And teach them.
I want to get a bunch of these monkeys and release them in California.
I'll bet you $10 when the monkeys do rise up, be like, how the hell did you learn English? The dolphins taught us.
Makes it certainly wouldn't learn English in California. Anyway, this is the one you wanted to talk about, Jacob. There's no turning back. Migrant caravans stuck on Mexican border vows not to be deterred. Dun, dun, dun. Now, you said there's a second one on the move?
No, this is the second one.
Oh, you're talking about the one from like a year ago?
Yeah.
That's the first one. Oh, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they get organized every once in a while. You know what? I hate to say it. I'm thinking George Soros. I don't want to be that conspiracy nut, but he's the kind of idiot who would fund this kind of thing, because they got money from somewhere. They did.
Or look, when it looks like they look more well organized than they should be, they definitely get funding. All right, there's no doubt about that. You don't have to sound all conspiratorial to even say this.
I mean, there originally was 3,000 people. They've kind of meandered down, but you know, at one point, feeding 3,000 people a day is a lot of food. Okay, so unless these people are just looting as they go,
probably.
I mean, that is a possibility too. But you know, supposedly Mexico is actually starting to slow them down by saying, "Okay, we'll let you in if you pass." You know, I forget what the actual way to get into their country is, but whatever it is, they're actually letting people. Okay, you can apply for a visitor visa or whatever. And then, of course, once they all get over to the other side, they're just going to trickle over to America anyways. But it won't be all at once. But still, this is just a godsend for Trump. The Republican parties. There's part of me who wonders if Trump funded this, because this is just too perfect. Like we're only 2-3 weeks away from the midterm elections. You've got this and Kavanaugh. So you got Kavanaugh and you got Caravan. It's easy to remember. Why are you voting Republican? Kavanaugh and Caravan. That's all you need to know. It's a great meme. You wanted to have some thoughts about this, Jacob, other than, you know, obviously this is screwed up?
Just fuck these people. I really don't give a damn about them. If we have the border wall today, just set up some troops, fire some warning shots. If they just keep getting closer, shoot them. Shoot them in the arms, shoot them in the legs, to get the message across. I'm just done with these assholes.
No, that's too expensive. See, what I remember seeing somebody who took a motion sensor and a camera and set it up with an automatic paintball gun. So if you moved, it would lock onto you and just fire a continuous stream of paintballs. What I'm saying is, why does it have to be paintballs? You know, just get one of these sentries along that wall. That way is like, how are they going to climb over the wall? They'll just bring a ladder. Okay, well, as they approach, they get filled with lead. Kind of hard to climb ladder when your bits and pieces scattered over the desert.
Yeah, the problem with that comes down to the ethics of autonomous weapon systems and stuff like that. It's part of the reasons why we don't have HKs and fucking bloody T1000s and all these making their own decisions. It's all like there's still a pilot with your Predator drones. There's still an operator with anything that's like, say, your bomb robots or anything like that, because it's all like the rules and all that kind of stuff basically state that someone's got to be in the loop. You can't have a robot.
Just put up a sign that says "Warning: Automatic gun, you'll die."
Yeah, no. You've still got a
I know
robot.
the ethics of it, and I understand the law, but I'm with Jacob. I've lost my capacity to give a shit.
But no, the point of that is if you allow them to put the robot with the gun that can make its own decisions, then the conspiracy theorists are saying, and I reckon that they're probably right, because this will be in a proper progression. It will set a precedent where they'll say, all right, we don't need a pilot for fucking drones anymore. We'll stick a drone in the air.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the precedent will be then, oh, well, we did it there. Now there's no problems with, you never said anything about that. There's no problems with sticking AI in drones and having them fly around the place with Hellfire missiles and shit. Yeah, no thanks.
Gotcha. Well, moving on here. I'm going to buy a ticket, by the way. We've hit 1.6 billion. That's right. Billion on the Mega Millions ticket lotto thingy. Like, it was 904, but now it's 1.6 billion over 29 years.
Who the hell
and what did they get?
This?
Well, no, see, nobody has hit the lottery for like, what is it, 16, 17 tries in a row? And this is multiple states. Okay, this isn't just one state. Multiple states here in America. This isn't just New York. This is a bunch of different states. And, well, nobody's hit it. And every time they don't hit it, it gets rolled over to the next one. Well, the bigger the prize gets, the more people buy the $2 tickets. The more people buy the $2 tickets, and then it misses, the more is rolled over. Like, so many people bought the tickets on the $904 million one that it jumped up like $700 million. And if it doesn't get hit, this jackpot is going to be absolutely effing insane. It is right now the largest jackpot ever. And the problem is because it's truly random, nobody is getting it. Okay? Like, so the numbers.
Perfect scam.
Yeah, it's the perfect. Well, until somebody hits it, in which case it's probably going to bankrupt the states in question. But that's why they've got to spread over 29 years. But still, imagine you had $1.6 billion. I'd give Soros a run for his money. I assure you, right now.
He probably has more.
I would start off by renting a cruise ship and hiring about 1,000, just calling the top 1,000 YouTubers to come and just say, hey, just hang out, man. Just hang out. Here's a check. Do some more impressive stuff. Man. But yeah, it's getting crazy here. Everybody's got a ticket. And it's one of the things at work is, did you buy a ticket? You did? If you win, can I have a couple mil? If I win, I'll give you a couple mil. So, okay, just a couple mil. I mean, you got 1.6 billion. You could spare 2 or 3, right? Thanks. Yeah. Any thoughts before moving on to this absolutely shameless display of greed?
1.6 billion fucking thoughts at the moment. What I could do with that money.
Well, if I win, I'm going to hook you guys up, okay? Everybody who's been on my channel at one point or another, you all get in the cut. If I win. But, I will buy a ticket. I'm freaking buying a ticket. I'm sorry. It's 1.6 billion.
Yeah, Jacob.
Even though there's like one in, like, I think it's one in, a trillion or something. But God damn it. If I won, holy shit, it would change the world.
Jacob, you know what the cut would be?
What? After taxes?
$350. He's a Jew, remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody's getting $50. Everybody's getting $50. I'm not going to Jew out on you. Okay, 100. You're all gonna get a full. You all get a Ben Franklin. I guarantee. Right.
$100. I'm going to give you 50. What do you want?
Any rate, please don't step on the fish. Vietnam's unique flooded cafe. Animal cafes have been rather common, like cats, dogs, or even sheep. But Amex Coffee is the only cafe in the world where you can relax as dozens of decorative fish swim at your feet. Yes, that's right. They released. Yep, you get to sit down. I guess you walk in with your feet and fish swim around your toes.
And eat the dirt off.
Yep. And some of these fish are pretty freaking big.
Oh, might as well just take one with me.
I want to know if I can eat them.
Oh, yeah.
Can I say, you know what? I want that one. That one. I want that one with some lemon sauce.
Yeah, you could, but just remember they've been swimming around in water that's been washing the shoes of everybody that's been walking around God knows fucking where.
No, they'll probably make you take off your shoes.
Oh, they make you take off your shoes and wash your feet before you can go in.
Oh,
but still,
okay.
But man,
they
believe this is abusing the fish. They're fish. Okay, I don't care if you're abusing fish. They're fish. Okay, they're freaking fish. You could step on them for all I care because they're fish.
No, okay? you're only abusing
barely have
the fish.
A brain.
Yeah, you're only abusing the fish if I put my feet in the water.
Hey, for all you know, they'll probably go, I love that corn chip smell. Swim over and start and bite your toes off.
It'd be like out of a cartoon. I put my feet in the water and all of a sudden it's be like they're floating around, they're swimming around 1 minute. Next thing you know, they're all just like on their side floating to the top.
That would be impressive, sir. Now here's moving on to Sweden. I'd like to bring them up every once in a while. Racism rampant in Swedish pharmacies from report. I'm going to tell you right now, there's nothing racist in Sweden. Okay? Nothing. All right. Somebody used the N-word to make disparaging remarks about Muslims. Okay, I bet there's a couple of people who do that everywhere on the planet.
You know what I'd laugh?
I doubt it's rampant.
I'd laugh if you didn't read this right and they were actually correcting him. It's not a nigger, it's Muslim. It's Muzzo, get it right.
No, they're still wrong. I mean, the proper word is sand nigger.
Yes,
that
true.
Is the proper word.
Yeah, it's sand nigger. You can't just use nigger, it's sand nigger.
Or June Coon.
Well, we just got demonetized. Well. It's not like I depended on any of the money anyway. But man, but you know what? This one pharmacy chain is saying that increasingly people are asking to be serviced by ethnic Swedes or telling Muslim employees to remove their religious garb. Wow, I bet there might be 10 or 15 cases of that because I tried my level damnedest to find this so-called report and it doesn't exist as far as I can tell. It just seems to be anecdotal. But yeah, Sweden still circling the drain. I'm waiting for them to actually explode. I was actually hoping that, Cabbage would have showed up because I wanted to hear about this guy here in this English town here. This guy thinks he's the Joker and is Damien, oh, what a name, Hammond, was terrorizing the town for like 3 months before they finally caught him.
How many people was he killing?
Oh, he didn't kill anybody. He just went around dressed as the Joker and did stupid shit like waving around a gun-shaped cigarette lighter, slapped a police officer, and basically did some stupid shit.
I say still shoot him.
Yeah, that'd probably be for the best.
They fucking did out here. There was this bloody nightclub in Melbourne when there was a Sheila that was dressed as Harley Quinn, another bloke dressed as fucking the Joker, and they had replica firearms on them. And there's a bit of a controversy about it too, because apparently the police had been there earlier in the night and they were actually dancing with this couple. And then later on in the night, all of a sudden, fucking heavily armed police just fucking started piling in the joint, and they just fucking shot this bloke because they thought his gun was real.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's to be expected. Like, if you wave around something that looks like a gun, expect the cops to assume it's a gun.
Well, the thing of it was that, like, he was sort of reclined on a sort of like a bench seat type deal, and she was all over the top of him, like they were all fully clothed, but they were grinding on each other, and she was on top of him, apparently on top of the gun. But they sort of kind of singled this bloke out. So he wasn't waving it around or anything like that. You know, they were almost having a root at that time.
Well, cops have been jumping the gun a lot. I mean, it must be Tuesday.
Copper should have waited 5 more minutes and they'd then shoot him because then he wouldn't have known whether he was coming or going.
Oh, that's awful. That's awful. That's awful. Oh. Ouch. Oh, that's bad. Anyway, what I'm actually boggled me about this one is that he has been banned from a city. I didn't know that was possible. But apparently in England, you can indeed be banned from a city.
Yeah, that's kind of one of those you've been banned from all locations type deal, and you're talking about a chain of liquor stores or something like that. Yeah, they can ban you from a city, but that's if the cops notice you and if they give a fuck and they're not doing anything and they're bored enough to do anything about it. So, they ban him. But if he gets found doing something stupid, then they're going to go harder on him because he's not supposed to be there.
Didn't they ban Lauren Southern?
Yeah, they banned her from the nation. That I understand. Yep. She's a foreign national, but he's an actual citizen. So I'm going, what? I wonder if they can do that. We ban you from everywhere except where your home is.
Yeah, it's kind of it's sort of similar to a move along order. If they need people to disperse out of an area, it's sort of the same thing. You've been banned from this for a specific amount of time, and they can do that. Well, under our laws and under British laws and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, enforcing it's another thing.
True that. Well, checking one thing real quick here. Give me a second. We're going to be moving on to Khashoggi, or whatever his name is.
Oh, it's a funny thing about this too.
Creator Studio. My thing closed. Nuts. Nope. I want live streaming. Thank you. Because I want to see the comments. I doubt there have been any, but yeah, no comments. That works.
Fucking antisocial bastards. Comment, you rude bastards.
No, don't do that. Come on. Pop out chat. Thank you. Holy crap. Can't believe that took that long. And nobody's been talking on it, but I just want it open just so I can watch it. Hey, just in case miracles occur. Anyway, moving on to Khashoggi. Apparently the Saudi people are flat out shocked, amazed, and confounded that the government confessed to actually murdering this guy. They were like, say what? We admitted to doing something? Is that possible?
Yep. Yeah.
But actually, the Crown Prince is, by the way, in case you're wondering, he's not admitting that he did anything. He's found 18 other people to arrest. Of course. Wasn't me. It's those 18 other people. Don't worry. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
You said you had some thoughts about this?
Yeah, this is quite funny because the Turkish government know that this bloke entered the embassy and he got chopped up into bits and bobs and sent to an airport and all this kind of stuff. And the Saudis went, oh, yeah, and how do you know all of this? And the Turkish government went, his Apple iWatch. Yeah, that thing. And the unfortunate part about it is that, the internet community's called bullshit on it, loud enough that they've had to sort of come out with all of these excuses. But the problem is the Turkish government, with all of their excuses, they're actually valid points and answers. They're actually answering correctly. But this particular Apple Watch that he had didn't have international roaming. Well, he got a Turkish SIM card so that it wouldn't be roaming from Saudi Arabia. Things like that. And the fundamental point is why they keep focusing on this watch and trying to find out whether it's valid or bullshit is because the Saudi government's trying to prove the point that the Turks have bugged the Saudi embassy.
Oh, that makes sense now. Yeah.
That's why the Turks know so much, because you wouldn't be able to get that much detail out of a friggin' iPhone or an iWatch.
Duh. Okay, come on now. Duh.
Yeah.
Your embassy's in another country. You have to assume it's been bugged.
Yeah.
Duh.
But this is basically point proven because the Turks have said way too much.
I mean, do you know that the embassy in Russia went in, changed out the plumbing so that when you use the urinals, it would test you for drugs and all sorts of stuff. Like that is the level of I mean, come on, a couple of lasers aimed at your windows will pick up the vibrations and they'll be able to hear you just fine. Okay, so unless you have no windows, because glass is a wonderful conductor of sound.
No, shut the blinds. That's an easy one to get around.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. But
you got to make sure you don't have a crack in the blind, because even the little on the edges where the little string goes through to keep it all nice and straight, if you can get a line of sight through that fucking hole, they can get you through something that small.
Oh, actually, oddly enough, a weird story. Because they knew about this at the same embassy, they were putting Walkman with playing stupid songs, and they were taping the little earbuds to the windows. So if you were listening in, you would hear like, I don't know, whatever was popular in the 80s.
Something really annoying. You can dance if you want to.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
just the first bit of that.
And it's just on repeat. It's just on repeat.
Just that one little bar.
Any rate, moving on here, real simple. Theresa May enters killing zone. Her own party says she's got 72 hours to save her job. We could only hope that this idiot who screwed up so much of Brexit finally gets replaced. Because holy shit. She had it all. Better. She had it all. She just needed to coast to the finish line, and she fucked it all up.
I say it was intentional.
Yeah. No, I truly believe it was. Like, I think that even though she ran on, I think that she was an insider or something. Like, did she deliberately screwed it up? But who knows? Who knows? But I just wanted to comment that it can't happen to a nicer chick.
She wanted to be a Thatcher, but didn't want to earn the respect. She just came in and demanded it. All right, I'm Thatcher 2.0. Give me all the respect. And everyone just went, no. Why? Because I've got tits and a fanny. Yeah, and respect me, goddammit. Get fucked.
No, that's I'm with you 100% on that one. That's basically your policy.
And then basically, like with Gillard, it was a similar thing there. Oh, well, I'm not popular. I'm not going to win. So let's see. This policy here. Woof. This policy here. Woof. This policy here. I'll set a landmine under that for later. This policy here. I'll booby trap that for a few months from now. And let's see. What else can I set fire to? She had a scorched earth policy.
Well, speaking of scorched earth.
And what's the bet too, that when she finally does get out, fucking the next regime's going to find a whole bunch of hidden fucking bullshit they've got to either try and undo or will prevent them from doing in the future that will actually benefit the country, that they'll have to spend a shit ton of money in fucking trying to get rid of. Or other things later on down the track that'll fucking, crop up and it'll cost the next regime money. It's all designed to say, look at how much they're spending. See, she wasn't that bad.
Gotcha. No, sorry about things down in Australia, man. But anyway, speaking of scorched earth, Trump says U.S. will pull out of intermediate range nuke pact with Russia. Honestly, the pact in question doesn't really matter because it does nothing to limit intercontinental ballistic missiles. So the pact really isn't useful. So pulling out of it means absolutely nothing. But I find it fascinating that he's going to do that. It sounds really impressive, even though it does nothing.
See, it doesn't really matter about medium-range nuclear missiles for the simple reason that fucking your B-52 now has pretty much the capabilities of what you'd want from a medium-range nuclear missile. Plus, it also has standoff capabilities. When you got nuclear Tomahawk cruise missiles, I think you've got some. It's like, let me just look that up. You do have a standoff capability, so you can get to the border and just sit there and go, "Oh, we're not fucking kidding." And this is basically like Iron Dome, Iron Dome from the 50s and 60s.
Well, the fact of the matter is Russia's been all but ignoring it anyways.
Oh.
So, I mean, to be honest, it's been a paper tiger from the beginning. And so withdrawing from it really changes nothing. All it does is officially state what's actually going on, which is Russia's been developing these missiles. They've made all these cruise missiles. They're looking to make a sea-launched supersonic nuclear missile. And, you know, they don't give a fuck about the treaty. So withdrawing from it changes nothing because it hasn't existed anyways. But this was the last topic. Anything else you guys wanted to talk about or bring up or wanted to talk about this?
Well, yeah, like going back to the B-52 thing, a Block 3 TLAM D model has a range of 700 nautical miles, which is 810 miles on land, 1,300 kilometers. So that's extended range. So you don't even have to put the bomber in danger. Whereas once you've launched that medium-range ballistic missile, it's gone. Too bad, so sad. Fucking in the next 5 minutes, if you call it off, well, stiff fucking shit, someone's getting hurt. Whereas with the bomber, you can set it on the thing and wait for the absolute last minute. You can use up that last 5 minutes and go, yeah, well, fuck you, because your missiles are already there pretty much. And closer than your mediums, and your bombers can get up early. Because everyone's got to remember too that a nuclear, this whole thing about a nuclear ambush is not going to happen. There's going to be a lot of saber rattling. You're going to have troops moving to borders on a large fucking scale, way larger than what we're seeing. Lots and lots and lots of fucking saber rattling and all this kind of stuff. Lots of talk about, you know, cunt shooting each other. But I'm pretty sure that World War III isn't going to be between Russia and America. I'm pretty sure this will all fucking die down somehow. But I think everyone's missing the point at the moment that it's pretty much World War III is between, well, everyone who's not Muslim and the Muslims.
I don't want to go so far as to call it World War III yet because nations of Muslims haven't gotten involved, but yeah, there is definitely some sort of cold culture war going on.
Well, there's lots of wars. There's lots of wars in the Arab world that you don't know about. You got the Saudis trying to kill the Houthis and fucking.
Well, they're killing each other. They're not attacking the rest of the world. It's not like all the Muslims ganged up on everybody else. They hate each other a lot more than they hate Europeans.
Yeah, well, the Muslims are massacring everybody that's not them, so they're bringing it in our world. So,
oh, there's something else. So, do y'all remember the whole Swedish girl who decided to stop a plane because of some migrant being deported?
Yeah.
Another one just happened.
Really?
But this time in London, a bunch of dumbasses tried. Well, they successfully stopped a plane for deporting this fucking asshole, African, or basically a black African, for being deported. But of course, here comes the irony. He was convicted of rape, gang rape.
Oh yeah, no, I remember reading that one. That was like 2 week ago. But yeah, no, I mean it's virtue signaling. Don't care about the facts. Don't care about the rules. Don't trust your government. Just stop it because it's bad. Getting rid of rapists is a good thing. Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say rapists are bad.
Oh, no, but if they're a minority, if they're black, if they're this color, that color, they can just get away with it.
Well, in that case, they're just decolonizing pussy.
Yeah, I couldn't.
That's all this is. It's just They're just making up for 400 years of oppression. My
Yeah, 'cause-
coworker actually believes that crap. He actually tried to pull that on me.
Yeah, I couldn't watch that one you posted because I keep thinking about the last one where she looks at the frigging camera and has that really stupid bloody smile that sort of gives her the "I'm so smart, I know everything," and she's like, "Dumb fuck, don't know what's done."
Oh, I got that top.
Wipe that fucking smile off your face, you bitch.
My coworker actually tried to use the 400 years a slave, and I said, you know, there was the whole emancipation thing 150 years ago. No, we're still slaves. And I said, really? You're still slave? Okay, well, my immediate ancestors, because I'm a first generation Jew Polak here, got herded into a camp, turned into slaves, and literally worked to death. Okay, we're talking like 3 generations murdered. So I think my slavery ancestors are a little more recent than your slavery ancestors. That shut him down real quick.
Honor
Because he just didn't. He had no idea what to say about that.
Honor all of the all yours. I'll go back 500 years or so.
Yeah, but that was just the Nazis. The Soviet Union killed the rest of my relatives. So I got a real hard-on for hate boner for socialism in general. Because pretty much when I check back on my family tree, they killed everybody. So if they didn't get out of the country, they were dead. So yeah, socialism sucks. It's evil. Anybody who practices is practicing evil. That's pretty much my summary here. Any other thoughts before we wrap this up here? Because we're getting to midnight.
Millennials are idiots.
Well, not all of them, but a lot of them.
Majority.
Okay.
Let's just call out the majority are.
And as soon as you want to start thinking for yourself, we're here to listen to you and help you out. Okay, trust me. If there's anybody out there who thinks, you know, you're just so negative against social justice, come on the show. Come on the show. I will treat you with utter respect and listen to everything you have to say.
I won't.
All right, because I know I literally want to hear what they have to say. Because every time I actually hear from them, it's like it gives me so much new material. But anyway, it's been real and it's been fun. I think it's been kind of fun. Any final words before we head out here, boys and girls?
Penis bubble, boobies.
All right, see you guys.
See ya.
Oh, yeah.